Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another session of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. We are back here. Be out to play episode 5, actually. This is the next series that I'm kind of trying to beat in succession. Excuse me. Well, so right now, if you're watching this, Unravel has ended. My playthrough of that. So now the next series that I'm trying to get done is this series that I think I've been playing for 3 years now. It's going on 3 years, so we're let's beat this game. All right, continue. Turnabout for murder investigation. Turnabout for tomorrow. No one can escape their past. Well, let's hope this is playing both screens. The sins we've committed and the sadness we've caused. That isn't Simon, is it? No matter how far we run, our past remains, as ever present as the moon in the sky. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on and hope towards tomorrow. December 20th, 1:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. They took Athena from the courtroom, straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this very moment. Pahonix. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth, and my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be. It's even quieter in here than usual. Yeah, it seems so empty too. I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid. Yeah, and I still believe it was. At least based on what we know. But now Athena is the one who's being accused. During the trial for the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. And she was subsequently arrested for the murder. But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense. No, none of it does. I've been wrecking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Arrgh, where is the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case? You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy? Of course I will, and thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial is tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I'd better get out there and find some evidence. Off we go then. We're on the hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence. Great! But before we go, I better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Unnecessary evidence left at office. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to people at the Space Center. Uh-oh, if it's Yuri Cosmos. Uh-oh. Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? Ark! Galactic scooter full speed ahead! Director! He scooted away. His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy. Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Boarding lounge. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey! Solomon Starbuck. Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yup, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You give me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? I thought he'd be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I can just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile. She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena. There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they can put me in prison instead. I don't mind. We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be alright with you in her corner. I know you'll never give up on her. Apollo is a fine boss to look up to. About the murder. I still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. So there never was going to be a launch that day. Not from the very beginning. I wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely he would have noticed when you went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken in. But I guess that's about how it goes. When you're worthless than space debris. Is he going to be alright, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as black hole. Well, that's just how he is. The murderer. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murderer? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police though. They said they never did find a 10 caliber gun down that trash chute. Just as I thought, the culprit must have carried it away with them when they escaped. So is the person you saw holding a gun Mr. Starbuck? I couldn't really tell. But it wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short? I can't even tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door! Ah, yes! As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape. The door to Launch Pad 1, right? Yeah, except right now, the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the launch pad and the Space Museum are switched right now? Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they're recreating conditions. Huh? I'd like to see what's beyond that door. No. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure, just let me have my print scanned here. Switching launch pads. Do the launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right, cause, quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear ya. Times sure are tough. Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond that door. Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I can show you around. Space debris. Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here. Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center. She's right. It's a modern, state-of-the-art building, but it's surrounded by trees. But I don't know if they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. Wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on. A window's open. Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor, and they came in that way. Not everything is set up like a magician's stage, you know. Bro, I love investigating. So this is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep, but this one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open sesame. So when you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints either. That's right, Trucy, just like how the Cobra didn't need to scan their prints. When they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor in the boarding lounge too. Interesting, I like it. Well, I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like Launchpad 1 corridor. December.